Hi guys, so today we're in a Mercedes V-Class and it's the extra long wheelbase, and what a treat we've got for you today. So I love, if you've watched my previous videos, I love driving vans, I love driving things of this height. This isn't a van, this is a, how would you describe this? For want of a better word, I mean it's a 6-seater in the back and it's a 2-seater in the front. It's an executive travel vehicle. I think that's the best way of summing this thing up. It's something that, it's an absolutely lovely thing to drive. It really is. It's a great ride height. It's got all the mod cons. It's got all the tech in the front of it. It's a dream to drive. It's nice and economical. But you don't want to be in the front of this thing. Let's face it. The place you want to be is in the back. Now, I'll get in the back later on in the video and I'll show you around and show you some of the treats and things that we've got in store. But just to whet your appetite and tell you what we've got to come. So this is, as I say, it's the extra long wheelbase. It's a 2019. It's done just over 7,000 miles, so it's not been anywhere at all. It's just over 12 months old now, and it's stunning inside and out. What's special about this car is it's been to a company called AC13, which they're based here in the UK, and they do custom conversions of vehicles, and they specialise in things like, the Mercedes V-Class and things of that ilk. So they might do something to a VW Transporter as well, and something like that, but they make them really special. It's not cheap to have done. If you go on the website, you'll get an idea of what sort of things they can do, and everything's pretty much bespoke, so you choose how you want the seats, whether you want rear entertainment, whether you want fridges, what you want to do. And as I said, I can't wait to show you in the back. This has got a fridge, it's got twin pull down screens, it's got PlayStation 4s, it's got a starlight roof like you get in a Rolls Royce. It really is a very special vehicle, and inside in the back is a really nice place to be, which I'll show you about. But just going for the sort of the drive of this V-Class in its primitive senses, it's rolled out the factory from Mercedes. It's got absolutely everything on it. It's got a 360 camera. It's got front and rear parking sensors. It's got a nice little trackpad that you can draw onto. Do a C for ringing Charlie in your phone book, or ringing, a D for ringing Dave. Front and rear parking controls. It's got you can choose between different driving modes as you'd expect, between sort of dynamic, comfort, sports. It's got buttons in the front, nice, everything's gloss black button wise. So you've got buttons there that you can open the rear sliding doors. You've got heated seats in the front. We've got electric mirrors, heated mirrors. We've got privacy glass built into it. We've got the cruise control. It's the nice Mercedes shifter on the side of the steering wheel, which I really do like. I know it's very American, but I really do think it's the right place to be. There's no need for some sort of knob dial stick here for changing gear. It's as you're driving forward, you've knocked it down to drive, you're driving along, and you knock it up into reverse. It's just exactly where it should be. And I don't know why in the UK we've had this fascination with gear sticks and levers and switches and dials and things in sort of on the centre console. There's no real need for it. This is where it should have been all along, and this is where Mercedes puts it. Like I say, it's leather everywhere. It's a Napa heated leather seats. We've got leather trim on the door cards and on the dashboard, and then we've got this carbon fibre effect sweeping across the dashboard, which really does finish it off nicely. It reminds me very much of being in something like an S-Class. The way if you look at like a 2013 model year S-Class, the switches are laid out very similar on the dash, and this carbon fibre has that sporty edge to it. It really is a nice thing. Combined fuel consumption is about 45, so it's not a big heavy bus that costs a fortune to run, which is fantastic. It's the Mercedes diesel engine, it's a 2.1 diesel engine, and it's just really economical, but with plenty of power. You put your foot down and it shifts off. That turbo kicks in, you can hear it whipping up, and it's just a lovely thing to drive. And you don't really notice the size of the thing either. As I said, it is the extra long wheelbase, but you don't seem to notice you're in an extra long wheelbase, and because of the way Mercedes have got this really, it's not tiny, it's a nice size steering wheel, and it's the AMG line this as well, so it's a nice sporty steering wheel. But the steering wheel feels very light to manoeuvre about. It's very easy to manoeuvre about. With the big wheels, if you're a good enough driver, you can move one of these things about no problem. But you've also got the reverse camera, you've got the 360 camera on it, so it really does help. When you're, if you want to back it into a space, I suppose, if you want to back this into a space and you want to get it as close as possible, because it is quite long, you don't want to be overhanging then I think the you know, the cameras do really help with this. But as I say, the special part of this vehicle really is when we get in the back, and I can't wait to pull this thing over and us get in the back and we show you around and show you what it's got to offer. You've also got this nice armrest in the front, and I think whenever a big vehicle's got armrests, it's a lovely place to be and a lovely place to put your arm, especially if you're in an automatic. In smaller cars, I think armrests can get in the way a bit, but Mercedes have made these so they do flick completely out the way, and as you bring them back down again, they come down quite far, and you just lift them and click them into place, and you know, it makes for a much more comfortable driving position. As I said, you've got the heated seats on this as well, so there is some mod cons in the front of this, and it's, you know, obviously it's air conditioned, and it's a really nice driving experience, but you don't want to drive this, you want to be in the back of it, you really do. From the outside, it's got the AC13 badges on the rear of it. It's got a nice set of alloys on it, so it does look, it's very understated from the outside. It looks like a nice, expensive V-Class, all in black, well presented, well turned out for Mercedes. It looks like a nice vehicle, but it really doesn't show, because of the privacy loss as well, you can't see anything, and it really doesn't show what's inside and what's going on in the back of this thing. And you know, that could be that you've got, you know, maybe you want this as, you've got a few kids and you want this as a really nice vehicle to drive and a really nice vehicle for being in the back of. Maybe you own it and you have a chauffeur and they're driving you around and you can conduct some business in the back of it whilst on the road, you know, or whatever it may be. There's a multitude of reasons why you would have this. If you were to run it with leisure batteries, you could also have it where you drive somewhere and then you can pull over and you can, you know, have a picnic in the back and play on the PlayStation and watch TV, or you can, you know, and your drinks are on ice. Or you can have it where you pull over and you conduct some business in the back as well. You get your laptop out and you do some work. So whichever way round you want to do that. I do particularly like the Mercedes buttons and switches that they have in nice Mercs, in a lot of the new Mercs. You've got sort of the aluminium buttons for opening the windows, for the heated seats on the side. They made a nice job. They really feel really nice and expensive, and there's leather everywhere. There's nothing about this that feels plasticky and cheap. You've got a massive big AC13 plate between the two seats. You've got a huge roller shutter just down from where you'd expect a traditional gear stick or shifter to be, and in there you've got plenty of storage. You've got some USB ports, and you've also got two big cup holders there, so you know, as you're driving along, you've got all the storage and cubby holders you could need. The door bins are absolutely massive on this thing, being sort of a van style thing. They're just huge. I'm just so impressed by the comfort and the ease in which it drives, even considering the size of the vehicle. It really is a lovely place to be. Okay, so this is really where we want to be, in the back of this thing. So as you can see, you know, we've got really, really dark privacy glass on this. As you can see there, we've got the seats, the AC13 seats, and they've actually got the logo embossed on the seat. We've got these carbon fibre tables that can lift up out of the way and obviously come down, and we've obviously also got these nice footrests that come out as well, which I think are a really nice touch. We've got both of these deployed on the far seats at the moment with these carbon fibre tables. Just move them out of the way a minute. And then above us, I'll turn around a minute and you can see that. So again, as I move over here, we've got the 3-seat configuration there. Just open this door, which is obviously electronic. It's a little bit more lighting. So as you can see, we've got the 3 seats over there. We've got PlayStation controllers down there. And this ceiling, I'm going to light this up in a minute for you so you can see this. We've got cup holders here either side. It really is all about the sort of the rear passengers in this thing. So in here we've got a fridge which can be turned on. There's not much rear storage in the back of this thing, but it's not really designed about that, to be honest with you. We've got heated seats on here, we've got USB for charging. We've also got these AC13 tread plates here to the outside of the vehicle. So as we go into the rear of the vehicle now, we've got this touch screen set up so we can have Spotify running on here. Okay, so we've got DAB digital radio, we've got the normal radio, we've got Bluetooth, we've got the AV signal. So up here we've got these screens that we can bring down, and these are remote controlled, and we've got obviously all the different options on there for different sorts of entertainment, and here is where we control that from. I just want to show you this on the roof. What I want to actually do, whilst it makes it a little darker, I just want to shut the roof for a minute, the door for a minute, because I just want to show you. Just look at this. In fact, this is a little distracting as well. Let's just knock the screen off for a minute. There is two of these screens, I don't know if you can see there. So one for each side of the passengers. But just look at this. This changing colour of the roof lining up here. It really is something special. And from here we can, from down here we can put heated seats on in the rear. We can bring our leg rests up and down. So I'll just show you. That's this one going away. If I just control this button here now, if you just watch that leg rest there, you can see that fading away as well. It's just really, really nice the way that button there takes the lights on and off. We've got rear lights. It's just a really special place to be, this. The fridge just kicks in, I can hear that whizzing away now. There's two cup holders to the rear of me. You can just sort of imagine yourself on we've got this carbon fibre tray, on a long journey in just utter luxury in the back of this thing. As I said, we've also got some wireless headphones hanging down over there. Let's just open that door again, because what they've actually done, again part of the AC13 spec, is they fitted, I don't think you can really see it here, but they fitted here a button as well as the button down there, so that I can actually from sat right back here, I can open that sliding door, so we're not having to get up and inconvenience ourselves. It just really is a nice special place to be, this, like I said, whether it's for your children or whether it's for, you know, meetings or just utter luxury, really. I really do like this nice control panel here that they've made. It really is something special. These seats as well, I mean, these sort of quilted, heated Napa leather seats are just something else again. Let's have a quick look at the outside then. Quick gentle pull on this door, shuts the door up, and you can sort of hopefully get some idea of the sort of length of this vehicle here now, because it really is a sizable vehicle. But I mean, the alloy wheels are stunning on it. You see that massive big Mercedes star up front. I really like the grille on this. It's the new grille that again you'd expect to see on sort of the new S-Class and the new E-Class. Them wheels are really nice. It really is a nice looking thing. It's got the spoiler on the back. If we just have a quick look in the front, we've got the original Mercedes trim plates there, rather than the AC13s. So I think we'll leave that there today. I hope you've enjoyed this AC13 Mercedes V-Class as much as I have. I've enjoyed driving it, I've enjoyed being in it, being in the back of it. It's just a stunning place to be. If you've enjoyed this video, please do consider liking it, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks a lot.